Okay, so let's run through this real quick because I think everybody's just about got it figured out now. Let's just run through it and make sure we all see what's going on, and then we're going to do a couple more problems. I'll tell you what, let's run through this one and make sure everybody has got the hang of this. Then we'll grab a quick break and we're going to come back and do a couple of problems that are like these, except they've got a minus at the end instead of a plus. And then that's all I've got. At that point, y'all will be free to work on homework or whatever you want to do. But let's go ahead and talk through this one since we've just done it. Then we'll take our break. Okay, so we started with 12 times 6. Everybody good there, right? And again, I just did the factor tree for that. 12 times 6. And I did 12 is 4 times 3. And 4 is 2 times 2. And 6 is 2 times 3. And so I just wrote those out. That looks like 2 times 2 times 2, 2 times 2 times 2, times 3 times 3. And again, it doesn't matter if you write those numbers from smallest to biggest like that. I just always do. And it doesn't always work this way, y'all. It does not always work like this. But it's not uncommon for it to work like this. If you do what your brain wants you to do here, it actually works. Because if I tell you, okay, take these factors and split them up into two numbers, I'll guarantee you, all right, y'all tell me if I'm wrong, but I suspect that every single person, your first thought would be, well, I want to put the 2's together and the 3's together. Now, that doesn't always work like that, but it will this time. Do y'all see? Because 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, and that leaves 3 times 3, which is 9, and those do add up to 17. Do y'all see? Now, remember, we are having to pay attention to the signs here. We saw it was positive 12 times positive 6, so that is a positive number. So these have to have the same sign, and we know that they have to both be positives, not both negatives, because they add to be positive, positive 17. Everybody see that those numbers add to 17, so we know those are the right numbers. And then here's where we do our little two-step thing that we've got to use to get these the first term here and the last term here in. You look from the 12 to our first number, which was 8, and you need the greatest common factor of 12 and 8. Does everybody agree that that's 4? So 4x. Then here's the second step that you got to remember. Once you get that first term filled in, you look from that 4 back down to this first number, 8, and you figure out, what do I multiply 4 times to get 8? Well, 4 times 2 is 8, right? So I need to multiply 4 times, well, that question mark is 2, right? So we put positive 2 there. Everybody with me? And those are the kind of key terms to this whole thing. Everything else now will fall into place if you just think about what we're doing, because we know that the first terms here, these two first terms, have to multiply to be 12x squared. So do y'all see that if this one is 4x, this one has to be 3x, because they have to multiply to be 12x squared. And does everybody see it's a similar deal with the last one here? The last number here and this last number here, positive 2, those have to multiply to be positive 6, the last number. So if this one's positive 2, do y'all see that that one has to be positive 3? Everybody see that?